The government review will include any event where there are large crowds, such as at rock concerts, in an effort to ensure that such a disaster as that at Hillsborough could never happen here. The review, which will be carried out by a high-level group, will also examine the need for additional legislation. This morning, representatives from the IRFU, the FAI, Iarnród Éireann and Gordy met to discuss crowd safety at next week's World Cup clash at Lansdowne Road. High on the agenda was the closure of one or more train stations. In the past, dark passengers getting out at Lansdowne station immediately outside the stadium has caused significant congestion. Details of the full crowd control plan will be announced tomorrow, but it's expected that dark trains will not be allowed to stop at Sandymount or Lansdowne Road stations for an hour and a half before the match, and trains will be stopped completely for half an hour after the match ends. Garda authorities are to meet the GAA tomorrow to discuss crowd control plans for next Sunday's National League football final at Croke Park. Meanwhile, the GAA authorities have begun putting a new safety gate into the fencing at the canal end to allow fans to spill onto the pitch in an emergency. The lack of such gates were a contributory factor at the Hillsborough disaster. Meanwhile, Dublin corporations say they're treating very seriously the fact that 2 exit gates were locked during a major hurling game at Croke Park last weekend. However, the GAA this evening accused Dublin corporation of sensationalising the issue after a tragedy.